What's up, Foxtrotters? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, hello. It's so nice to see you all again. You guys look great. Yes, you person who just got super motivated and decided to empty and clean out your entire fridge, including Thanksgiving leftovers and whatever was in that weird container in the back that you hadn't opened in a couple months. It's okay, we've all been there. You look great. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I am so excited to bring to you an r/AntiMLM trash video. I had my lab final today. I have no idea how it went, but it is over and I am so relieved and I am so excited to do this video because I just feel like a weight is off my shoulders. So if you would like to watch a good r/AntiMLM trash video, then please stay tuned. Young Living is really out here thinking that people want a Young Living advent calendar. I mean, I really like that whole galaxy aurora borealis tree scene going on there. I do like that, but I don't think that has anything to do with Young Living so much. Of course, the Gary Young Living Foundation. No, 10% of proceedings forward. You know, I feel like that's a foundation I'd rather just not donate to. There's so many other better charities, more well-known, more reputable, that can be vetted a lot easier, where you can donate to, if you so feel like doing, which is great if you do. I don't know, this makes me feel suspicious. And also, what could possibly be in each one of those little boxes? Is it going to be like a different way to apply oil every day? You're going to be the smelliest person in your office for that entire month if you have this. You're going to have no friends. No one's going to invite you on coffee dates. It's going to be a whole thing. Shout out to username SolidBrad9 over on Reddit. I'll make sure to link the original post below. Young Living mishap going on for 3 years. Hasn't stopped. I'm new to Reddit, so I'm sorry if this post isn't formatted or easy to read like other posts. But I thought I should share this here because it's been a wild ride. So 3 years ago in May, I had heard of this really cool farmer's market near a city that I lived in. People would come to the shopping square and on Saturday afternoons sell their goods, ranging from fruits and veggies, homemade gelato, and even fresh meats, which were all amazing. Now, I had briefly heard about Young Living before. Some of my mom's friends would sell it on the side, but I had never really thought about it or researched into it. Well, as I was walking through the farmer's market, I had noticed this Young Living essential oils booth was pretty empty, and I felt bad for the ladies there because no one was really paying any attention to them and such. I thought to myself, well, I have an oil diffuser, so I might as well be nice and just look around the booth. Oh no, that was your first mistake. Oh, dun dun dun. I was looking around the booth just nicely when one of the ladies starts bombarding me with product information, and I was trying to be nice and listen, asked about the products, and realized it was out of my price range. Also, I wasn't really a fan of the vibe they were giving off towards me as well. Before I left their booth, they insisted I should sign up for emails, and said that they wouldn't spam my email, they would just send me information on the product, and that was it. So I put down my spam email account because why not, seemed harmless, and all other emails from retail stores go into that account, so whatever. Mind you, this email account is not attached to anything else I have. This is important to know for later. That's where I was wrong. So one of the ladies, we will call her Patricia, was sending me emails every other day trying to get me to buy essential oils, sending me information excessively, telling me the health benefits, and in all honesty, I just ignored it because it's my email, whatever. I honestly don't check that account that much anyway. A couple of weeks go by and I start getting calls and voicemails from a random number. And so after a couple of days, I actually listened to these voicemails. It was Patricia still trying to sell me Young Living, and she was using my first name and everything. I ignore it, thinking she will go away and maybe get the hint that it's a little weird to find and use someone's phone number you've met once and a number that they had never given to you as well. Patricia keeps texting, calling me, leaving me video calls in which I never answer or respond. I think that is such strange behavior. All of which were her trying to still sell me Young Living. Well, it's December at this point in the year. This has been going on since May. The calls and texts were less frequent to none at all. I was pretty excited because it was Christmas time and I was getting packages from Amazon for presents for my family. I went to go check the mail for a package that had been delivered, and I see this cute little postcard with a Christmas dog on it. I flip it over and I start to freak out. Patricia had sent me that postcard with more Young Living promotion attached. She had found my address and phone number, and I had no clue what to do. A couple more months go by after this. The texts were maybe once a month, and so were the calls. It's around March now, and I was just looking through my messages on Facebook. I come across one, and guess who it is? Patricia. Patricia sent me a message trying to talk me into video chatting with her about a live stream Young Living thing at 9 p.m. that night, and how it goes so well with the vegan diet, and how we were in the same vegan Facebook group, which started to freak me out even more. She then tried to friend me on Facebook, in which I declined and blocked her. The texts and calls are still happening 2 years later, with her most recent being a video of Young Living Black Friday deals. I have switched my phone number once in this time frame as well. Oh my gosh, she steals your number? Isn't there a way to like block that with your phone company? I think I'm pretty sure there's a way. Please research it. Save yourself and find a way to block this person, and then maybe also let the police know. I don't know. This is starting to get really weird. 2 years later and you're still getting these phone calls? That's outrageous. It's been a wild ride. No kidding, man. That's really creepy. I'm so sorry you've had to go through that. And you sound like someone who's kind of like me, that's probably way too nice sometimes, and you give people the benefit of the doubt. But I'm telling you from experience, the only way these people stop is you have to block them completely. You have to cut them off from being able to talk to you, hear about you as best as you can, obviously. I mean, I don't know if you have a Facebook and they have a Facebook. I have no idea how to solve that one. I don't even have a Facebook, so that's all just a mystery to me anyway. But I don't know. What an intense story. Thank you so much for sharing, and I hope you're doing okay. and if anything weird happens, please call your local police department. Thank you. Okay.
When the cleaning kit you've been waiting months for arrives.
That just doesn't seem terribly efficient in any way, shape, or form. Financially, time-wise, it's just all a big waste, it seems. I mean, you could go to any store nearby. You could go to any grocery store that you have near you, any of them, and you will be able to find probably a decent all-natural product like Mrs. Meyer's or something like that. That's what I have. It's pretty good. It's all natural. You don't need to wait months to get your thieves cleaner and then a bucket to dilute it in. You can get that bucket anywhere. That's a bucket. You could buy a bucket anywhere. A spray bottle, again, you could just buy an empty spray bottle anywhere. A little Ziploc or zippy bag there, that little red bag that has a zipper on it that you can put all that stuff in, you can find that anywhere. It just says Young Living on it. That's the only difference. I mean, I would just love to know how much this cost, how long they really had to wait, and then I want to see how far it is on their Google Maps, like how far it is from their house on Google Maps to like the nearest store. I'd like to just know that, because this is just ridiculous. This isn't right. Hun's back on their BS with Arbonne. Wow, it's been a minute since we've done Arbonne, and by a minute, I think I mean since the last video. This video's just been a lot of Young Living, I guess, so it just feels like maybe it's been a while. I don't know how it turned out to be mostly Young Living. It just sometimes works out that way, and I don't notice until I start recording.
Oh, nice. Samples for presents this year. Amazing. Thank you. My mom and I take Mind Health because we have horrible anxiety. I haven't had a panic attack since I've started it. We're also all completely off our meds now, thanks to Mind Health. My niece, who is way too young to be taking this because of the ADHD, is off her meds now as well. Mind Health does not disappoint.
I mean, okay, I guess I could spend a lot of time on this because it's obviously a pet peeve of mine, but I'm going to try to keep it brief. I'm going to try. Like you guys already know, me trying to keep it brief never really works out, but I'm going to try. I do think that there are cases where you have a young child, where you have a legitimate medical diagnosis, you know, it's between you and your pediatrician. There's actual medical things going on with your child to where they have to be on some kind of medication when they're young. And I want to make sure that those parents know I'm not coming at them right now. This is specifically for parents that are using their family as like vehicles to sell their MLM products like this. I really can't stand the implication that these supplements are going to cure your problems. I think that's dangerous. I don't like how this person suggests going off your medication. I do tend to think that things like ADHD might be possibly overdiagnosed. I think the medications that go along with them are also perhaps overprescribed. I agree with that. However, there's got to be some middle ground here, okay? And the middle ground is that you shouldn't tell people to go off their meds, and you also shouldn't simultaneously be telling them to buy the supplement. I just think that's a really gross business tactic. It's ugly. It doesn't look good. It makes you look pretty terrible, and I hope you have a great holiday season. Bye. Have you ever just sat in traffic and looked at the car in front of you and wondered what that person's life was like? You know, did you ever just wonder just a little bit, when you're bored sitting there in traffic? Like, oh, what do they do? Where do they work? What do they like to do for fun? You look to see any kind of like dog bumper stickers, like I love dachshunds. Tells you a lot about a person. But I guess one thing we can say for sure, if we're going to say a positive about this, there is absolutely no mistaking what this person does for a living. I just want to reiterate once again, I will be posting links to the original post down below. Y'all, I can't. This girl is trying to say that being a part of Q Sciences for 1 month paid for her trip to Belize. No, just no. And is also posting this to a fitness group on Facebook to undoubtedly try to scam people into joining. Oh God. Q Sciences. Again, it's one I've never heard of. No shocker there.
A sweet friend of mine from my hometown who joined my Q team in October. Yeah, just like a few weeks ago.
Oh, I like how she didn't really finish out that sentence with any punctuation either. Just launches right into today she is in Belize with, and then thankfully the message gets cut off right there. I love that. Love that for me. Hello 2020, fitness challenge with QFit. Okay, so it must be something kind of Beachbody-like.
Good morning from Belize. Q helped pay for all our expenses on this amazing trip we are taking right now, and that was only 1 month in. We are so thankful. I know we are focusing on weight loss journeys in this group, but if you have any interest in the business side of Q, it is so worth it too. Join me and reach your fitness and financial goals. Hands.
All I really want to focus on right here is there's a word here that my eyes went to right away that hit my ears funny, and I wonder if you guys pinged in on the same thing. Up at the very first, like the first sentence she says after the good morning Belize, Q Sciences helped pay for all of our expenses. Helped. You know what that means? That could mean it was as little as $5, or it could have been as much as like, I don't know, $1,000. It's a very vague, very broad statement. It's pretty safe to assume that perhaps this person made some money off of Q. We've seen people in these commission reports or commission compensation diagrams and things like that. We've seen the reports. We've seen how much people actually are making in these things. So it's safe to say that this person might have made some money. But when I say some money, we're not talking like some money from a part-time job. We're talking like pocket change. We're talking like $5, $10, $15, a month's worth of work to earn $25. So I don't know, when they say that this helped pay for the trip, my brain just thinks right to that. I just think, oh yeah, sure it did. Yeah, all $10 you earned went straight to that trip. I'm sure of it. Shout out to username Fuss and Feathers. I will make sure to link the original post down below. How now defunct Mona V forced me to lose a friendship with a massage therapist. In college, 2008-ish, I played sports, and as such, got injuries. My mom gifted me a massage from a family friend who was an LMP. She knew the friend needed money, being the sole breadwinner for 4 kids, and I needed help recovering from my injury. Win-win, no? I went to her every other week for a couple years, before I noticed she put some wine bottles in the corner of her studio. During the massage, we always chatted, became what I thought were good friends. I watched her kids a couple times. Slowly but surely, she started talking about this drink, Mona V. It was monstrously expensive to a college student at $40 a bottle. That's monstrously expensive to me right now. And I am 33. Well, I guess I'm a college student now too, again. So I guess this applies. When you're supposed to drink a couple of ounces every day, about a bottle a week, to see the health benefits. I tried to be polite, but she was persistent. She had an answer to everything. It's so cheap if you just sell it too. Think of how many of my athlete friends could benefit, and their parents. She told me it helped heal. Oh no, it healed her carpal tunnel. Oh geez. It helped with her husband's mental health. She went on and on about antioxidants and acai berries. When I pointed out how impossible that seemed and how that it reminded me of snake oil pitches from cellar days, she was offended. She wouldn't take no for an answer and brought it up every time for months. I finally ended the conversation by telling her that if I had the discipline to do anything every single day, like my PT exercises, then my health would be better. And that's free, and I can't even do that. I really appreciate your honesty. It's very relatable. Eventually, I became so uncomfortable during the repeated 50-minute sales pitches, I stopped going to her. I felt so bad, but I couldn't take it anymore. Seeing the nail technician story reminded me of it, so I decided to Google Mona V. Wikipedia tells us it ended in the flames of lawsuits over false health benefit claims and was in fact linked to birth defects in pregnant women. Nothing important, just heart defects. Oh God, along with other things. The independent studies showed no dietary benefits at all, that those types of antioxidants can't even be absorbed. Oh, so great. Perfect. A lesson for all, I suppose. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you so much for sharing. Wow. Okay, I know some of you have mentioned this Mona V before. If you've ever experienced this one, let me know down below. I know I've come across some stories before where this ridiculous overpriced drink, people have tried to sell it, people have bought it, people have like purchased their energy drinks thinking that they had no caffeine in them because that's what the person who sold it to them told them, but then it turns out it was caffeinated, very much so. I don't know. Just pretty terrible business tactics, and I'm glad that they got into some trouble because you know what? That's karma. Ooh, Sensi coming in with some class. Oh my God, this is awful. This is a college campus, by the way. I forget the name of the person who posted it, but I will link their original post down below at the end of all of this. But this is just so gross to me. This is on a college campus. These are college students who obviously are going to be attracted to the idea of wax melts because they smell good, they look very aesthetically pleasing, you're studying a lot, and it seems like a nice idea, you know, to help, I guess, when you're so stressed out with school. Seems very nice. Aromatherapy is tempting. But this is just so gross because these are young people, I want to make sure I don't talk down to anybody who is this age, because there are a lot of you who are very savvy and intelligent and wouldn't fall for this type of stuff. But then there are people who are like me, who maybe at this age would have fallen for it. I would have fallen for this at like 20 years old. I would have totally stopped at this table and stared at it and sniffed everything and listened to this woman. I absolutely would have. And if you were the smart student who wouldn't have, well then congratulations. I'm proud of you. But I don't like this. This makes me feel angry. This makes me want to go up to that woman and tell her that this is unethical. I feel like someone needs to go stand up for these girls that are about to spend too much money that they should be spending on other things that are more important other than Sensi. But then I guess it is college, so I know what also college kids are spending their money on, so maybe it's better spent on Sensi than other things. Man, I don't even know anymore. Okay, I'm done with this one. It's time for everyone's favorite segment of the video. It's time for the wholesome moment of the day. Let's see who you guys sent over. The animals featured in today's video were sent over by Sarah, and their names are Pop-Tart and Vincent Van Gogh. Pop-Tart was fostered by my friend for a shelter, and she insisted I adopt him. Long story short, he's teeny tiny, even as an adult. He's very sickly from the time he was found with his litter, known as the Breakfast Club because they all had breakfast food names. Super skittish, but also incredibly energetic, derpy, cuddly, and the cutest love bug. He's so strange that we call him Little Weirdo. He comes to it. He also has an obsession with giving boops, kisses, and me. He really only likes me. That's like how my cat is. And next up we have Vincent Van Gogh. Nobody from the shelter I adopted him from had any idea why the tip of his ear was cut off, but that's why I named him Vincent Van Gogh. It's pretty good, I gotta say. Nobody knows how old he is either, but this huge chunky monkey is a lazy, food-obsessed sweetheart that wants to cuddle 24/7. So cute. Thank you so much for sending these over. And if you're looking to get a new member of your family, I definitely recommend to adopt and not shop. Check out your local shelters, your local humane societies, donate if you can, volunteer if you can, foster if you can, and don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. And if you want to see a photo of your pets here, then go ahead and send it to my email in my channel description, and you will see your pets here eventually. Alright, Foxtrotters, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked that video, please hit that like button down below. If you have any good comments or suggestions, please leave that down below as well. I love to hear what you have to say and I love interacting with you all. If you've not already, hit that subscribe button and become a Foxtrotter. Come join the den. Den Mother would love to have you. Alright, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. I just want to say thank you to everyone for all of the positive feedback regarding the r/insane people's video. Yes, I know I was just reading another subreddit. How creative of me. But it was out of the box for me nonetheless. So thank you so much for the support. I have another one of those videos coming out in the next day or two, followed by another r/AntiMLM. So we're going to be mixing it up. I'm looking forward to it. I love you guys so much. And as always, folks, until the next video, take care.